I just want to let you know before the video starts, by you continuing to watch this video, you agree to become my best friend. I hope that you're okay with that because I don't make the rules. Well, actually, I do make the rules. And if you're still going to keep watching this video, then you know what? Relax. Chill. Feel at home. Because this video is going to be full chuck of laughs. So the only requirement that you got to have to be my best friend is to just have a sense of humor. As long as you got a sense of humor, get ready. Because the first joke that we're going to be talking about today is about me. I go on Twitter a lot, right? Because I like to go on Twitter because that's where I find a lot of laughs. Some people tweet really funny things that make me laugh out loud. And when I do laugh out loud, I then retweet said tweet. So if you're not following me on Twitter, then you're missing out on tons of laughs. Follow me on Twitter. Make me feel validated, please. So I tweet a lot of funny things too. But sometimes people don't understand my humor. So then I gotta keep scrolling because I'm not getting any engagements on my tweets. So I start getting curious about what other people are saying. And I stumble across tweets that just send me in an emotional spiral. One of those tweets happened to be from Trisha Paytas. Do you guys know what she tweeted? Let me read you what she tweeted. Okay? She tweeted, if you're a YouTuber and you're not making content during this quarantine, you just lazy AF. This tweet is coming from the laziest MFer I know, me. She's speaking about herself. Still posting daily on my main channel, vlog channel, OnlyFans, TikTok, IG, podcast, ASMR. I'm just saying. And like, those are a lot of things, but like, I don't understand why Trisha Paytas is cutting herself short here. She does way more than just this. Why cut yourself short? I mean, everything you do is not even that great, and it shows why it's not that great, because how could you put any quality into your stuff when you're working on 12 million things at the same time? But you did cut yourself short because you're also a book author. You wrote a lot of books, Trisha Paytas, and that is the only thing that I still haven't seen out of your impressive resume that you posted. And that tweet, I'm sorry, but it really inspired me. You made me feel like I was a lazy bum, but you really motivated me to go the extra mile today because obviously your books are on Amazon and people have already bought your books and they left some really funny reviews. So since I'm so lazy, I obviously don't make any money because lazy people are broke. I can't afford your book to actually read it and give a proper review, but I can review the Amazon comments that other people that have already bought your book left online. So the book in particular that I want to talk about today that I found on Amazon is called The History of My Insanity. I don't know if this is her first book. I did practically no research before recording this video. All I did was go on Amazon and type in Trisha Paytas, and this popped up as first. So I'm assuming this is the first book she ever made. And don't get mad at me for not doing any research. Clearly, this person doesn't put any quality into their work either, so why should I? And also, the comments are going to be a lot funnier if we at least have a summary of what the book is. And luckily for us, they upload the back of the book on Amazon. So get ready to hear me read an excerpt. And I am dyslexic, so do bear that in mind. Alright, so the back of the book says, From Escort to YouTuber, the memoirs of a 24-year-old aspiring actress who turned down many wrong paths that left her with bitterness and heartbreak. The history of my insanity. It's bold. Takes a look back at the girl's story who became insane through choices and people she encountered. Trisha Paytas had high hopes of stardom in Hollywood, only to be used and abused in the life of an escort and troubled her mind, only to find that a stardom in the form of an internet modern-day Cinderella rags to riches story, but it's far from over. That doesn't even make sense. Telling your story as it is now, who knows what the future will bring? Well, we know what the future brought because this book was actually published in 2013. Anyone who has dealt with struggles in their family, personal career, or spiritual life can find hope in this book. That is a bold claim. And that doesn't hold back. It is raw, graphic, it's real life. Inspired by Trisha's journey of sharing her stories on the internet, they are now complete into one complete book from the beginning. Yo, this book talked a whole lot of game on the back of it. So, do the comments match up? Let's find out. So the first comment comes from a person named Elizabeth Causey, and she wrote, "This is another sport millennial who thinks she's had a tough life. Life is what you make it. She's written a book to try to justify where she's a STD-riddled whore." Okay, well, this person wasted no time letting us know how they felt about the book. According to this review, Trisha needs to go take a bath with some soap. Wow. All I can say is this was extremely hard to get through. She could have bucked up the extra money to have a ghostwriter or editor or anyone. I also found her to be ridiculously entitled, and it struck a nerve with me. But I'm not going to give it a 1 star for the 1 star, even though that's generous. It's for the writing and the grammar and the actual length of this book itself. Definitely not worth the money. Wow, so it seems like people really don't like this book. I wonder why. And you know, this book was written in 2013, so it's not like Trisha Paytas is who she is today. Back then, she really had to make a name for herself, and she still didn't put in the time or effort, so don't waste the 2 hours it takes to read this rubbish. I like Trisha Paytas. I wouldn't consider myself a fan, but I do watch her YouTube videos and like her bubbly personality. Reading her book made me dislike her. In the book about herself, she comes across as a spoiled, manipulative, ungrateful twit. She is clearly intelligent, but I don't know if she's going to be endearing enough for me to not be annoyed by her. The constant complaining and blaming of her father is repulsive. The fact that she has a father who loves her and wants her to be a functioning adult? Huh? He offered her room and board and free college education. All she needs to do in return was be respectful and do some chores around the house. She literally complained in the book about doing chores. Anytime she makes a bad sexual decision, her reasoning behind it is having daddy issues. In reality, she most likely learned these behavior from her mother, who is portrayed as a gold digger. In the end, she makes it seem like she has triumphed over adversity. The adversity of sleeping around and contracting STDs. The adversity of allowing herself to be used by men. Yet she tries because she was able to book gigs and meet her idols. I wasn't expecting anything profound, but I was expecting some humor mixed with the humility. Wow. This person seems to be really hurt by this because, imagine this is like a child that watches Trisha Paytas and they saved their allowance for a whole month by doing chores all over the house. And they finally got to get this book. They waited the 2 weeks for it to get arrived to their house. And then they read the book just to find out that Trisha Paytas couldn't give a damn about chores and couldn't give a damn about an education. And your idol is actually not who you really think they are. I would also be this upset. So, I feel my boy. Lady Lazarus said, "Oh dear Lord, some people have their heads shoved so far up their backsides they cannot see the real world. She needs to wake up and smell the coffee." That wasn't really a book review, that was more of a YouTube comment left on Amazon.com. But you know what? I'll take anything that I can get, so we'll take that one. Janine said, pass. I'm a bit of a fan of Trisha's, but I'm sorry, this book was a mess, poorly structured, and ton of grammatical errors. I read it in about 3 hours, came home one day, and it was torn to shreds by my dogs. It did me a favor. You know what probably happened is your dog sensed that your vibes were all over the place. Like, they're probably like, my owner was vibing, but then she read that book, and then the vibes were all off. Maybe I should take care of that book. Those are some good boys. Bubbles said, horrible book. Personally, I've never seen a book this poorly written before. I don't see the point of Trisha writing this book. First of all, she portrayed as a mundane life, which I'm pretty sure can be seen anywhere in Hollywood. Secondly, the story has such a short description of her life. This piece of garbage is basically a summary of her life with no emotions or special details whatsoever, because all she writes are simple structured sentences that a 5th grader could write better. To be honest, I don't hate this book, I just see no point in buying or reading it. So don't waste your time, invest your money in something better that will actually improve your reading skills, because this book will only worsen it. However, this book can actually be a good SAT grammar practice because it contains so many errors for us to correct. You can tell that that reviewer is a glass half full type of person, because even in the worst of worst positions that he could be in, he still found a little bit of light in the end of the tunnel. And that is that if you read that book, you might actually pass your SATs and get into Harvard. Imagine, in the future from now, maybe 20 years from now, your son gets accepted into Harvard because you bought him that book. So in a way, maybe it was worth her writing this. Mainly Home said, I have been following Trisha for years and I used to love her. In the past, it's been coming clear that everything she does is for attention to make a profit. She has scammed people, tried to pass off products that claim she made herself, is overly contradictory, and only talent she has is speed talking, which she's very good at. It's sad to me that people can create such trash and become famous simply from exploiting people who are foolish. You know what's funny about that comment is that it was left in 2013. And it's 7 years later and she's still doing these same exact antics. Like back then it makes sense because nobody really knew who you are, but at this point, you're a known troll. Why don't you just start making really funny things as a troll should? Why do you always gotta go for the shock value still? Like, stop it. Get professional with your trolling. Become a comedian, or I don't know. You don't gotta do all of these 20 million things at the same time, Trisha. You just gotta be yourself. You can obviously show the world that you're funny. Clearly, you know how to make people laugh, but you always aim for that shock value. Just be a comedian. Make something funny without hurting a bunch of people. So some people might say, we just spend a lot of time poking fun at Trisha Paytas' book. I mean, is it possible that some people have good reviews? Of course it is. There's a bunch of great reviews about this book. Apparently some people really liked it. I don't know how, but they did. I've never read it, so I can't really tell you if the book is good or not. But there is also a video review for this book. God bless this heartwarming girl because she left a video review for Trisha Paytas on Amazon.com, which is like a website that gets frequented a lot. And anybody can click on this video and watch this review.
Hi, my name's Suzanne, and as you might be able to tell, I'm from Canada, and I actually attended Trisha's book signing yesterday in Toronto. It was a lot of fun, and I was actually really eager to do a video response or a video review. First of all, I finished Trisha's book the day I got it, and I just really wanted to make this video because I knew that there was a lot of negative feedback about her book. I noticed it the first day that it was released, actually, that there were a lot of people making negative comments, and I thought that was really unfair because you knew that they had not read the book yet. So I'm hoping that maybe my video response might outweigh the bad and actually encourage you to read her book. I also want to talk to you as well about the actual book signing. I thought that was a lot of fun, and it was about a 2-hour wait. There were a lot of people that wanted to meet Trisha. First of all, the book, it has a lot of different chapters, even though it is quite little. Yeah, and I also didn't really notice spelling mistakes or anything like that. I think that people that kind of left those comments, I think that that's the sort of thing that they were looking for. And yeah, I would actually recommend buying the book. I'm very excited about her other books. I've been following Trisha on YouTube for a couple of years now, and I've always found her to be quite sweet and pleasant, and I'm looking forward to reading her other books, and I encourage you to do so as well.
Oh, God bless this girl. So nice. I can't make fun of this. Patricia, you make fun of this though. Every time you do some sort of antic in the future, this is who you're hurting. Your heartwarming fans from Canada. Stop it. Stop hurting your fans. Okay? And you have officially made it to the end of the video. And here's the thing though, okay? I reward people that make it to the end of my videos. I do. Okay? You're about to be rewarded, okay? Since you made it all the way to the end of the video, your reward is that you can now watch this video right here where I do the same exact comment reading about Onision's books, and it's really, really funny. It has like 100,000 views, and the YouTube algorithm will not show you this video, so it's like you'll never get to see this video again, and if you don't watch it now, this opportunity will never come back to you ever again, so make sure to click it now. Now, do it now!